It has been a minute since I brought out my camera, and I meant to record all day today, but I honestly completely forgot. I had one of the busiest days in a while. I won't say of my life because I've definitely had busier, but I just had such a busy day and I wanted to share it with you guys, but it also felt like I needed to devote 100% of my attention to what I was doing. So I'll share a little bit about it. Right now I'm eating takeout sushi and I'm at my cousin's apartment. She's out of town this weekend and she lives in the marina in San Francisco. So she let me stay here, and it's really nice this weekend because I just have so many like social events in the city that driving back and forth over the bridge, even though like at night with traffic it's only like 20 minutes, it's just still driving, which is tiring. So God, I got a baked crab roll. These two things could have gone together. Baked crab roll, spicy tuna crispy rice, wakame salad. So anyways, today I woke up at around 6:30 and did some work before I actually went into Palo Alto. Breakfast with my friend Yasmin at one of my favorite bagel places in the Bay. They're like New York style bagels, but in California. They're called Boychuk bagels. There's one in Berkeley really close to me. It's like 10 minutes away and I love going there, but I had plans to go into the Equinox in Palo Alto. My friend Yasmin was staying out there this week, yada yada. It worked out and we got bagels there. I like had a little catch up time with her this morning over breakfast. And then I went into the Equinox in Palo Alto. The reason I wanted to go into that Equinox location because they have balanced body equipment. So this is kind of like actually deserves its own little segment, but there are three main kinds of classical Pilates or contemporary Pilates equipment: Grotz, Peak, and then balanced body. Grotz is the original equipment created by Joseph Pilates. That's kind of like OG. That's the best way I can describe it. Peak has like different variations. It's sort of a more, I would say, accessible piece of equipment. Grotz is like all the springs are the same, all the machines are the same. They don't really adjust for like height and size. And then Peak is a little bit more adjustable. Like they have different weighted springs, and I know like the machinery is like a little bit maybe bigger and more accommodating for different body types. So I think that's a big draw for people to use Peak. And then lastly, balanced body is probably the most widely used equipment in like group fitness studios. So Club Pilates, for example, a lot of them, from my knowledge, use balanced body equipment. And I think that's because it's the easiest to, it's actually probably the most complicated to like teach because there's a bunch of different spring colors, but like for example, the foot bar locks into place, which is like a huge safety thing. I think it's just like the easiest to teach in a group setting. That's what I'll say. And that's just my assumption right now based off of the places that I've used it and like my observations. So I went into the Palo Alto studio because they're one of the only ones that has balanced body equipment, and like I want to be able to learn how to work on all kinds of equipment, but especially ones that are used in major studios. That way I can maybe pick up the shifts or, you know, pick up a few classes at any studio. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a Grotz studio or a Peak studio or a balanced body. I have that knowledge across the board. So that was my main motivator for going into that studio. But anyways, going back to my day, after that I came to my cousin's apartment and I like basically immediately started taking the written portion of my intermediate Pilates exam. It took me 2 hours. It was very difficult, way more difficult than the beginner one, which I guess I expected, but it was a lot more like tricky. Like I felt like I was going between two answers for like a majority of the questions, but I passed and that's what matters. Almost immediately after that, I went on a wine walk with my friend Caroline. We walked along the marina, which was so beautiful. Now I'm going to get drinks. One of my friends, it was like her last day at her job, and my other friend, it was her first week at her new job. And so I'm going to have drinks with them. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow for Saturday and Sunday. I have a lot of Pilates, fun things, because I'm in the city this weekend to share with y'all. Okay, I'm watching the Bears game. It's not going very well. We are playing the Chiefs. Elijah started this game. I'm really proud of him. He has done what he can. They've been on defense every single play, essentially. Taylor Swift is at the game, which is just funny. Let's pray for a miracle. So we lost that game. It was rough, but Elijah did play really well. He played solid. They like didn't throw the ball to him ever, so he only had like a few tackles, but opportunities to tackle, but he made all of them. So I'm proud of him, and I'm just thankful for no injuries. That's a big win. So I'm going to dinner with some of my girlfriends in the city. This is the last social event of this weekend, and then I leave on Thursday, so it's like sort of a short week. Okay, fast forward a little bit because I realized I didn't record any Pilates that last weekend, and I still had a whole other weekend to prepare for my exam. So enjoy this little bit.
It's a 9 to 5, ain't got no time for you and I to get it right. It's Friday night, where's the red and white wine? Let's take it to another life.
Good morning. I'm officially one day out from my intermediate Pilates exam. I am both nervous and excited. I think I'm nervous because there's just a lot to remember, specifically with the safety cues. Because if you get any of the safety cues wrong or you forget them, it's an automatic fail, which is warranted because it's a safety for a reason, right? But it's just, there's a lot of them, and trying to make sure I remember them all is just gonna be super important tomorrow. And excited because I feel ready, and I feel like I've practiced a lot, and this is just another sort of lesson I'm teaching. And also, once I pass my intermediate exam, it means that I'm eligible to apply for employment at Equinox, which is something I am currently thinking about doing in November. So I'm so excited. It's just like, I think it's anticipation to sort of get it over with, make sure everything goes smoothly, all that. I'm currently headed to the gym to walk on the treadmill, do a little 12-3-30 incline walk, and then while I'm sort of studying last minute, looking at videos and just going over my cues. And then I think I'm gonna do an intermediate mat class to just get that in my body once more ahead of tomorrow. This vlog is a little bit weird because I go from the Bay to Chicago. Now I'm in Chicago. I didn't say that, but it sort of shows like exam prep from my written series to now the physical exam tomorrow. And it's a pretty involved process. Like, so many people that I talk to are like, oh my god, like, when's your next exam, or like, what do you have to do for it? When I explain, like, it's definitely more than I think what people would expect. But it's a 10-month program. We're on so it's 40 weeks total. We're on week 30, which is insane. Only 10 more weeks left, and that will be all the advanced series. But I'm just excited to get caught up, be back in the groove of things, and yeah. The gym outfit is not matchy at all. I'm literally wearing pink underneath here, but just finished up and I passed my exam. I was definitely nervous. There was sort of a little incident with, it threw off my energy like at the start, so I definitely got like nervous. But either way, I passed. The person that was my body is a fellow student. She is incredible and so strong. I'm so thankful to her. And yeah, now I'm going to quickly clean up the studio, get out of here, go home, and work for the rest of the day. And then the Bears play the Commanders tonight, and I'm gonna watch out with some of the other wives and girlfriends. And yeah, I'm just so happy to have passed. I remembered all my safety cues, and now I'm like officially onto the advanced section of my program. It's really only 2 months long, and then I'll be a fully graduated student, and I can probably start teaching soon now that I passed my intermediate exam, which is so crazy to think about. I feel like I've been saying like, oh, when I pass, but now I've passed, and I'm just so thankful. But anyways, thanks for watching, coming along and seeing my journey from catching up on my homework and my hours, practicing with students all across the country, honestly, to passing my intermediate exam, one step closer to becoming a certified teacher.